Like, because if he had to tell you to spend, and if he had to tell you how tourism is really performing in this country, then he know that you, the people of St. Michael South Central, and the wider people of Barbados, would say that you are just a failure in that ministry. The Barbados Labour Party ran tourism in this country for 14 years. 14 proud years, 14 years of increasing visitor arrivals too. 14 years where you could see what you were getting for your dollar in this country. This Democratic Labour Party and this man who calls himself Marshall's opponent, he is just there wasting time. But you know what? I know that after they find the courage to call the election campaign, that the people of St. Michael South Central, the people of Observatory Road, Clapham, Fords Road, all of the areas around here will find the courage and will say, you know what, we no longer want you, and you will bring, as daughter of the soil, you will bring Marshall Cattle into office to be your representative. You need someone like Marshall in Parliament. You need someone who understands you. Remember, I said that in the beginning. Now, when I was first called to speak out here, I had decided that tonight I coming out here and I would be speaking on the do-nothing Prime Minister in this country. Because, you know, I felt that the people of Barbados really needed to understand. They really need to understand what it is, what creature of a man they have in office in this country. But on reflection, I said to myself, it is a waste of time to come and spend a half hour addressing that person, you know, because he clearly cares nothing about you. He cares nothing about me. He cares nothing about Barbados. He has shown it in every action. You know, next door to this constituency, I got St. Michael South, and he cares nothing about the people out there either. He cares nothing about the people in St. Michael South, and those are the ones who put him in office, and he won by over 800 votes, and he cares nothing about them too, still. So I said I would not waste time here tonight addressing Randall Stewart. You know, that would be breath that would be polluting the night air for no good conscience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I took the opportunity today, and I came in this area and I joined the campus. Because I said, if I come in to address people in the area, I should at least understand what is going on in the area. I should understand why the people want to vote for Marshall Cattle. I should understand why the people should even take the opportunity to vote for Marshall Cattle. And you know, when I came out here, you met some resistance, because you will always meet people who will say to you that I am supporting the Barbados Labour Party. You will meet people who will say to you, I am supporting the Democratic Labour Party. And as the other speakers have said tonight, you will meet people who will tell you that they are supporting the third parties. Now, then I met individuals who said to me that they are unsure about the Barbados Labour Party. I asked them, why are you unsure about the Barbados Labour Party? What are you unsure about at this time? They said to me that all they hear going on in Barbados is a lot of criticisms. They said to me that they are not sure what the Barbados Labour Party is going to do when we come into office in this country. Now, I said to them, the first thing that you can look back on is our proud record of service. You can look back at the proud record of service of the Barbados Labour Party in government and in opposition. Now, if you were not looking, and if you were not Barbadian, and if you did not know the circumstances in this country, you would for 1 minute at a time believe that the current government in this country is still in opposition. Because from the day they came into office, they have been attacking the Barbados Labour Party. They have been using their own low, dirty, nasty tactics, and they're besmirching the people's character, because that is all they know. They have not started to govern yet, you know. They have not started to govern yet. And now that it is at the end of their tenure, they played a rushing to Parliament, well, when Parliament was going on, because thank God Parliament is over, we no longer have to hear President and that lot every Tuesday talking the foolishness at the talk. So they rushed into Parliament and they passed a few laws. And you know, they didn't even carefully think through half of them, because they just get people to draft something, read it off, put it through the order paper and say, yes, this is passed, it is law. But ladies and gentlemen, the people in this constituency, the people in this neighborhood, the people in Barbados want to know what the Barbados Labour Party will do when we come to office. Now, as I have said to you before, we have a record of service that we can stand on. But we in the Barbados Labour Party have sat down and looked on with angst for the last 10 years. We have seen a government destroy a country, and they have taken a country that was once, as Kofi Annan described us, punching above our weight, and they have belittled it to some place where the small islands in the Caribbean can look at us and say, "Ma, we mean nothing no more." That is what this government has done with this country. But the Barbados Labour Party has looked on. We have analyzed the situation of what is going on in Barbados. We understand what is needed now more than ever to bring this country back. The very first thing that needs to happen in Barbados is the restoration of credibility in the government that leads you. The very first thing that needs to happen is the restoration of some form of credibility in a government that leads you. Now, when the do-nothing Prime Minister comes on TV and talks, I turn off my television because I don't want to hear him, because I do not believe him. When Seeley talks, I don't want to hear him neither, because I know within myself, and it is not only me, you, people all around us on Facebook, whoever, they know that after he has finished talking, he has added no value or substance to Barbados. They have added no value or substance to any one of you. Now, I said we need to restore credibility in the governance of this country. You need to restore confidence in investors in Barbados. And I'm talking about local investors and international investors. We need to restore confidence in business in this country, because Barbados cannot move on by just taxing people. That is not the way you build a country or build an economy. That is not the way that you carry forward a people. Do you think that getting up and telling you that you got to pay this tax and that tax, and then you got to pay university fees and all that sort of stuff, that is how you carry forward Barbados? I'm talking about the university fees. I said tonight that I would address that. Now, I came from Silver Hill, and when the time came for me to go to BCC and UE, I did not have no money. I did not have no money. And my mom in a wheelchair, so she couldn't afford to pay for me neither. And my stepfather was a taxi man who was hardly making money at that time too. So luckily for me, I was able to access free education in Barbados, and I will thank the government of Barbados every day for that opportunity, because it has made me into the man that I am today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people don't understand what is really going on here. When you kick down the ladder to free education in this country, it does not affect the do-nothing Prime Minister or the do-little cabinet, because they have gotten everything that they want in this country. A lot of them can now boast and walk around and say that they are millionaires. But you, all of us, we, the people of this country, I have a son. Now, because that I have a job and I have tried to work as hard as I can say that probably when he gets 18 years old or 21, when he's ready to go to university or college or wherever, that I might be able to save up a little bit and probably go into a bank and borrow a loan. But what happens to the mother or the father or the aunt or the grandmother or just the godmother who decides that she wants to do that for her child, but because that they do not have the means, can't get the bank to get a loan? If you ain't got a job, they can't get a loan. Because that they may be working at NCC and they ain't making much money when the month come, they can't afford to send the child to university. So that poor child, because of the policies of this wicked government, and I will call them wicked, because it is a wicked policy instituted by a bunch of men who care nothing about anyone in Barbados. Because of that nasty policy, they are now trying to stop your children, our children. They are trying to stop us from excelling. Now I have a friend who left Barbados yesterday. She gone back to Japan. She's a senior professor at a university down there. She came from Silver Sands. We were at university same time together. And I want to say this, without free education, because she just had a mother, she didn't have a father. Without free education, without access to university studies and being able to get that degree, she would never have gotten on to the Japanese exchange teachers program. She would never be able last night to get up, board a plane, go to London, and land in Nagasaki tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand what this government is doing. And you know, it is sad, because now they are trying to hold on to power. And I call a spade. Because if, usually in Barbados, when Parliament is prorogued, you call elections and you get out of here. You realize that for this week, the only minister of government that I see on TV was Michael Ashley. You realize it? No, he gonna try and pretend. And he only came out because they realized that that foolish law that they passed, that they did not properly think it through. But ladies and gentlemen, they're now walking around Barbados and they're trying to pretend as if nothing is happening. They're trying to pretend to you, the people of this country, they're trying to pretend as if they are not in there too long. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this to you. And I am asking, I'm pleading, I'm begging everyone within the sounding of my voice. Whenever they find the courage to call this election over the next 85 days, whenever they find the courage, Mr. Dugan said it tonight, Ryan said it, and now Jermaine Beckford is going to say it too. I want you to get out in your numbers. I want you to tell your friends. Tell your friends to tell their friends. Tell your family. Tell, if you go outside woman, tell she. If you go wife, tell she. Husband, whoever. If you got an enemy, you tell them too. Because all of us are suffering under the weight of this nasty government. I am going to say it. All of us are suffering under them. So ladies and gentlemen, I am asking you, whenever they find the courage, vote them out. Vote them out of office. Do not be afraid. Don't, and listen, I just say this to you. Over the next few weeks, you will see a whole set of them descend in constituencies like St. Michael South Central. Because the plan is, and I will tell you very upfront, their plan is to try to hold on to the 16 that they already have. Because they have the juice in their minds that the 14 that they don't have, that those people will not vote for them. So you will see them descend on constituencies like St. Michael South Central, and you will see them come out here and try to trick you and hoodwink you. They will promise you the moon, the sun. If they could promise you a Tesla, they will promise you that too. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this to you. One, remember what they have done to you. Never forget that. Never forget what they have done to you. Two, remember that you have a proper representative in the waiting. You have Marshall Cattle. Remember that. Remember that you have Marshall Cattle. So as a good friend of mine would have said when he came on my platform at a time, when that long dose of salt come to you and tell you about voting for him, say, listen, I want nothing to do with you. You had your time, now let me get my progression. Let me get something to take me forward in the future. You know, it is often said, it is what we do today that will secure a future for our children tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not only for you. This is for your children and your grandchildren. This is to ensure that they have a future in this country. Now remember, I said to you, I have a son, and I will stand up for him. And it is your duty, every single one of you, all the things hearing of my voice, to stand up for your children. It is your duty to vote out the Democratic Labour Party. It is your duty to ensure that good governance is returned to this country. It is your duty to ensure that Barbados moves forward. And it is your duty to put Marshall Cattle in office and boot out this one, Richard Seeley. It is your duty to make better for this country, because this Barbados must prosper. This Barbados that we live in must not be held back anymore. If the Democratic Labour Party won't hold back something, route them flight back to George Street, go back there, you could go do some construction work over there, do whatever you want to do over there. But as it regards to the government of Barbados, as it regards to Bay Street, as it regards to Elara Court and Government House, the Barbadian public no longer wants you. They want the Democratic Labour Party out. I am asking you, it is your job. Put them out of office. I am telling you, it is your duty to your children and the future of this Barbados to do what you have to do. Vote for Marshall Cattle. Ensure that she becomes the representative in this area. Ensure that we no longer have to see the do-nothing Prime Minister, and let Mayor Motley take over the helm of this country and make better for all of you. I am saying to you, God bless you. Good night. Marshall is the one.